Diolch Prof Llywydd. Minister, you've caused great excitement, I think, for potential members of the Legislation, Justice and Constitution Committee, reminding us of the scale of legislation and of statutory instruments flowing as a result of EU withdrawal and also of the pandemic as well. It will certainly keep us quite busy, in addition to your proposals around consolidation of aspects of Welsh law as well. But can I just turn to some of those aspects here that I would definitely welcome? Things like the Social Partnership and Public Procurement Bill, the Tertiary Education and Research Bill and the Rent in Home Act. I think all of us would really welcome those. But, and there's always a but come in, as Chair of the CPG on Clean Air Act, can I just urge him, please, to do, first of all, to bring forward an early statement from government colleagues on what actions can be taken now, without waiting for legislation, to actually deliver real progress, tangible progress on clean air and quality of life and saving lives. Secondly, we note his commitment, absolute commitment, he said, to delivering this. And he said, if I could have got it into this legislative programme, I would have done. Well, in which case, give the commitment then to work with campaigners and with the CPG as well to get it really ready to roll within the next legislative announcements that you make in year 2. And in that year 2, just make the announcement then and let's get on with it, along with, by the way, echoing Jenny, along with the bus bill. Sometimes you wait for 2 good pieces of legislation and they come along at once. Let's have them both in the next announcement.
I thank you, Irranca, for those comments, and I also congratulate you and welcome your appointment as Chair of the Constitutional Legislative Affairs Committee. I apologise, the name changed slightly, isn't it, and etc. But that is such a vital committee to the functioning of the legislative work of this Senedd, often underestimated, sometimes referred to as a committee for sort of legislative geeks. But as we've said many, many times, without those legislative geeks, the programme of legislation would not run in the way it should, and certainly not without the scrutiny that there is, as well as the additional work that you will undoubtedly be doing in terms of the Interparliamentary Forum, which I think is really important in terms of some of the constitutional issues that are emerging and will need to be engaged upon. I find it difficult to say give much more commitment than I already have in respect of the environmental legislations. They are there in the Welsh Labour manifesto. There are the absolute commitments that we will implement our manifesto promises. That we will look more broadly at environmental issues in a whole range of areas. We will also, as was very clear from that manifesto, look at a whole variety of areas that actually don't need legislation in order to make changes. And I think that was the point that you were making a little bit earlier. In terms of the issue of a statement from the Minister for Climate Change, I'm sure she is listening with enthusiasm to the opportunity to make that statement at the appropriate time. Thank you.